black religion or black Christianity.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? Yeah, let's expand it. All right, so Wu-Sabat, OSM Vision has dropped the documentary that they've been talking about since the first video. Now, I've been here since the first video. I've been watching most of their videos. I'd say most, not all, because yeah, I didn't get through all. But ever since they dropped that first video with the questions, the white background, and what is it? Sakin and is it Asaru? Asaru? It blew my mind, and it was just yeah, it was amazing. But they dropped this because they hit 100 subscribers, and we're gonna watch the whole thing, but we're gonna do it in parts, okay? I think we're gonna start with like 20, 30 minutes. I think. Because if we do 30 minutes, then that would be like 7 parts. Where the lizard people at? Yo, wait, where'd you come from? Lizard people, bro? Where they at? They right here. I just saw it. Right there. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know, dude. You know where they at? Um, he was he was playing. Oh, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? Rico Suave in the building. Rico Suave in the building. Can you stop circling? You're killing me. He's yelling. Why is he yelling? Alright, we're finna hop into this. 25, 30 minutes. I think that's... How long have I been live for, gang? Okay, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. 30 minutes.
Proper black history. You won't get it nowhere else at all.
Islam is a beautiful religion for the Muslims. Christianity is a beautiful religion for the Christians. As Sabaeans, we have our own culture, our own scriptures, our own way of life, which is Wu-Sabat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? What was that? What the heck? What the heck, Keontae? No, let me stop. I'm not going back. Wait, should I go back? No, we're not gonna go back. What is Wu-Sabat?
It's not a religion, it predates religion. So we don't really subscribe.
That's the video, bro. That's the video I was talking about. That was like the first video. Blew my mind, dude. The thing I remember most was what? That woman could get like pregnant without a male. I was like, well, what? What? But anyways, let's go.
The monotheistic religions, and even when you get to Africa, you know, people might talk about Egypt or Kemet or these various names, but our ancestors, they actually go back to the stars from the Orion and Sirius constellation.
In the Bible, Genesis, Adam and Eve,
Yeah.
what color were they?
So he was Hindu. Adam was from Atum and Lilith. Those were his parents. We've got their pictures in our scrolls as well. So how do we get pictures? As 9 ether beings, we can travel to different times. We can go backwards in time and forward in time. We can go into different dimensions. We can be channels.
Yo,
I have watched many false teachers pass. I have watched.
this is legit. This is legit. They can legit like drop this on, I don't know, movie theater, shoot, Netflix, Hulu, shoot, what the heck?
I have watched many false teachers pass. I have watched churches who has come not to change the books, but to untangle and straighten and put them in an order that can be read and understood by any and all. No one in the heavens above or below the earth or under earth has the ability to make all of the true untampered scriptures, which are the words of the Most High, so clear. For I do not speak from myself, but the words flow through me from the very lips and hearts of those myself, but the words flow through
Got
me
the crystals?
from
Got the crystals, dude. Got the crystals, dude. Let me see. I don't know how to say none of these. Amos, Emetrin. All right, Jade. This is more. This is better. Blue. Let's say Kyanite. What? Labradorite. Labradorite. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling. Amazonite. What? What? A pool for like aquamarine. Okay, I heard about that one. Obsidian. I wanted an obsidian. Black obsidian. I love black. That's why I wanted it. But this one, I wanted this one and this one. This is my birthstone. Rose quartz. Tiger's eye. Fluorite.
the very lips and hearts of those mentioned in the pamphlets I put forth. Read the scrolls. Don't reject me.
Wait, relax. Oh my gosh, what I'm pressing. I'm pressing stuff. Relax, dude. Okay.
Myself, but the words flow through me from the very lips and hearts of those mentioned in the pamphlets I put forth. Read the scrolls. Don't reject me. Don't deny me. Don't slander me. I am your savior. Come and follow me. Brother at the back, did you have a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
You see how it says our savior is here?
Yeah.
Who's our? Is it just black people?
No, not at all. Our, because every race has been sent their own warner. For us, as black people, if you want to use that word, we're not even black, but we know what you mean when we use that word. So yes, he's sent to us just like every other race.
We're not even black.
For us, as black people, if you want to use that word, we're not even black, but we know what you mean when we use that word. So yes, he's sent to us just like every other race was sent their warner, but these beings, they have a message for the entire world because what they teach is for humanity.
That's what muawhh was about. Sound, right, nothing else. All we wanted the facts. We've accepted the faith. We had faith in Allah. We had faith in Christ. We had all the faiths we had bags of faith. We had our foot on the radio. We had our knees and forehead on the ground. I mean, we
Trinidad, bro. You know what? I'm gonna have to see if I can actually literally go to their store when I go down to Trinidad, bro. I'm gonna see if I can find some people. I got to. But depend on where they at, cause it's gonna be my first time in Trinidad for real. August, I'm so excited. Bro. I'm so excited. I'm trying to put, bro. Oh my gosh, I need to see this picture. Let's put this way. Okay, that's better. Trinidad. Nah. The fact that Trinidad is part of this. Yeah.
we had our knees and forehead on the ground. I mean, we reached out for God, every which way. As a people of color, we reached for God in everything from, I seen brothers as high Christians with little ball and knots. We tried everything. Now we're saying we want to ask questions. We want nothing but facts.
In order for the information to turn into knowledge, what has to take place? We talked about reasonability. Without reasonability, you can't transfer or transform the information into knowledge. It is through sound right reasoning how you take information and turn it into knowledge.
And one of the famous things that people who are familiar with him will know, he always said, "Don't believe me, check it out."
Don't believe me. Check it out.
Says stuff, he can't prove it. Everything I say, I prove. That's what makes me different. They talk about stuff they can't prove.
The man that has made it possible for the Nubian nation to be established throughout the world. He has touched many hearts and has opened many minds to the truth. So without further ado, here's Dr. Malachi Dior.
They're going to know who I am. They're going to realize.
Whoa. Is this his song? I think he rapped or something. He did music. That song came out of nowhere.
So without further ado, here's Dr. Malachi Dior.
They're going to know who I am. They're going to realize by this book who I really am.
What woke you up to the New World Order, these globalist elites and eugenicists?
The main thing that woke me up to it was a writer named Dr. York, a spiritual teacher from Brooklyn. He had a whole community over in Bushwick, on Bushwick Avenue, called the Answer Allah community.
Whoa, I didn't even notice that. That's Jay-Z? Jay-Z.
Over in Bushwick, on Bushwick Avenue, called the Answer Allah community. Like, real heavy into like just studying the origins of religions, of cultures, politics, of the origins of everything. And that's how you really get to the bottom of things, when you study the origins of it.
I didn't know too much about him, but I know his name.
It all came from him, man.
A series of books he puts out are called Actual Facts or The Master's Secrets. But we've also got our own way of life for the culture, which is known as Partarak.
Chapter 2?
Master teacher's written
Extraterrestrial. No, why did I say it like that, bro?
He's got an extraterrestrial. So this would be crash retrieval. This is a crash retrieval in New Mexico. The different descriptions of the Greys, Draconians, Maccabeans, beings from Benetrak, the Roswell incident,
Roswell,
autopsy of the extraterrestrial, the Tyros.
What happened to man's leg? Oh my gosh.
Track, the Roswell incident, autopsy of the extraterrestrial, the Tyros, cone heads.
I watched Roswell TV show. That TV show is, I loved it. I loved it. They kind of ended it kind of weird, but whatever.
So they come from the Gemini star constellation.
Now the Teros, who people know as the cone-shaped heads, right? They have 48 chromosomes. And because the human being, or humans, have 46 chromosomes, that's 23 from your mother and 23 from your father, giving you 46. When they mixed with the humans, they produced a being with 47 chromosomes, which basically resulted in what people call Down syndrome. And that's why no matter what race you are, if you have those 47 chromosomes or Down syndrome, then you're gonna have the same features regardless of whether you're black, white, Chinese, etc.
So you've got other descriptions here. The Dwayne is as well.
These are the short, porcupine looking types of
Bro, they look like somebody. Some creature for some movie. Dude. Wait. What is it? Yo, no, that look like the Grinch. No, Dwayne.
As well.
These are the short, porcupine looking types of beings because their hair sticks out. They're quite, this is what people get like the story of dwarfs and things like that from. they're very intelligent and they study Shakespeare. And so when you start to look at the ailments that people have who have mixed with them, they suffer from something called hirsutism, which is when you have hair all over your body. And this is because of the mixture with these Duanis. And the same as what we call the Deros. The Deros are like very obese, fat looking with like an elephant trunk. And you get a lot of people on the planet who are obese in terms of they weigh so much. And it's because no matter how much diet they go on or how much exercise they do, they can't get rid of the weight. That's because, again, they've been mixed with these beings called the Deros. And most of these beings were residing, some have left, but a lot of them are and were residing in the caverns in the earth.
Also dealing with like the webs in the hands. It shows you like the 3 stages from the sperm, which would be similar to the tadpole. Then you have the second stage, which would be when you do the scan of the baby, which would be like 3 to 4 weeks, which would be like that of a Ramadian form of grey. And then the full stage would be where you would be Homo sapien, which would be mammal and reptilian. Most of these extraterrestrials also live in the center of the earth. You've got the knuckles here. These are skulls that they found. Because a lot of people think that we're making these up, but yeah, this is information that scientists are backing up. Archaeologists are backing up. I was doing shopping in
Saru.
So I had this inner thought that said to me, yeah, go into the indoor.
Wait, what are you?
Information that scientists are backing up. Archaeologists are backing up. I was doing shopping in Peckham. So I had this inner thought that said to me, yeah, go into the indoor market.
Peckham, a district in southeast London within the London borough of Southwark. It is 2.5 miles southeast of Charing Cross at the 2021 census. Peckham Warrior population 14,000.
So I went in there, met 2 brothers, and they started talking about the master teacher's information. By the time I thought black religion or black Christianity, kind of not interested in it, but I bought a video, Roswell video. So I went home, watched that, and then my oldest brother came about 3 days later with one of Malachi's videos called Elohim, and he was talking about us being God's ancient Egypt, how we'd be misinformed. So yeah, from then I got hooked up on it, yeah. He was always...
Nah, look. Hold on. I'm gonna need to go back through this, take some pictures. Get my herb on.
Called Elohim, and he was talking about us being God's ancient Egypt.
Okay. License state. No, because I just got a mosquito bite. Tea tree oil. Aloe vera. I just slapped some alcohol on it. Got leaves, man. Tea tree oil. Okay. Tea tree oil. Blisters. Bush hazel.
How we'd be misinformed. So yeah.
Cold wet tea bag. You know, my mom always told me, put butter on my burn. Then I realized, lately, you're not supposed to do that. What the heck? Colds. Mullein tea? Lemon juice? Ingestion. Tea tree. Eucalyptus. Olabas oil and sugar regular supply of zinc and vitamin C.
From then I got hooked up on it, yeah. He was always saying that just use the...
A lot of stuff is tea tree oil. Earache, warm olive oil drop into the air. Wart oil. Headaches, feverfew. Meadows, wheat. Vervain. Isn't that werewolves kryptonite prevail? Or is it vampires? Well, that's what they say in TV shows. Head lice.
Information is like, you know.
Mouth. We're gonna get back into it.
Don't get
Peppermint tea. Okay. Indigestion. Chimole.
hooked up on it, but yeah.
What is shock and knocks? What is shock and knocks? Sleepiness, sore throat, time inhalation, sage tea gargle, warm salt water gargle, tea tree oil. A lot of tea tree oil. I need to give me some tea tree oil at this point. Apple vinegar. Oh, that stuff is disgusting. Around the neck.
Got hooked up on it, man.
Wait, let me see the toothache.
Hooked up on it, but yeah, got hooked up.
Garlic.
Remember back in the days they used to have these Shambhala bracelets. They were called crystals.
Chris, I'm gonna see you soon.
Back in the days they used to have these Shambhala bracelets. They were called crystals or made out of crystals. So this will be tying into these. See Shambhala. Crystal City. Another extraterrestrial. This person here. Visit the White House so people can do some research on Valiant 4.
What?
We say the master teacher's already read about him.
My name's Basta Nafartat Anku and I manage the Nishat store here in Croydon. I heard about Wu-Sabat or Nawapians about 30 plus years ago. I was visiting a friend. We were just laughing and joking, and then I could hear a voice in the background. He had a videotape of the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Ziyur.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. أشهد أن كل رسول الله. I bear witness.
Hold on. During each school, the master teacher would fully immerse himself and followers into what he was teaching in order to give a full overstanding. Muhammadism.
وحده لا شريك له. أشهد أن كل رسول الله. I bear witness to Allah alone, and He has no partners. And I bear witness to all the apostles that come from Allah.
Being a follower of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad through his National Representative Louis Farrakhan, I would just like to know just the dress code of bow tie and suits. Is that in any way an abomination of Allah's will compared to the Ansaru community with white garb?
The dress code of the Nation of Islam serves its purpose in that which Minister Louis Farrakhan is trying to get across to the people if you pay attention to him. He is talking about what the white man owes you. Right. And how you should go about trying to get it. He's talking about the possibility of a return to a place called Nubia. Listen close. I didn't say Africa. Africa is a curse word. Akubaland is a curse word. Break it down. All these are tricks by the devil. Don't fall into them tricks.
That's right.
The word Africa means to divide something, baraka, to break us up into pieces. And that's why when you get to Mother, the home of Nubia, you find Nigerians, Ghanaians, or Ghana, what do you call it, Sierra Leone, Morocco, Libya, Sudan, Ethiopia. And if you talk to an Ethiopian, he'll say he's not what a Sudanese is. You talk to the president of Nigeria, he'll say he's not what an Ethiopian is. But here in this country here, they're all Christians. And they break their Christianity down into denominations. Here are denominations. But they still say one nation under God.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
And they'll say it's not impossible to divide it, indivisible, they say. But when it comes to us, the Muslim family, we call ourselves Sunni or Shia or Bilalian or the 5% nation or the Israelite Hebrews or the Nation of Islam. We all want to be divided. The Christians, as ignorant as we consider them in their teachings, are able to live in one nation and call themselves Baptists, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses, Catholic, multiple denominations of Catholics exist. Romans, Greeks, the Coptics. But when it comes to Muslims, because of ego, we can't live as one nation under Allah. We can't get in a room together. The Sunnis don't even belong in this game.
That's right. That's right.
You don't belong in this game because you're not saying you're black.
Bring it out, bro.
And if you're not black, you don't belong in this room with us.
All right now.
It's a black thing.
That's right. That's right.
We are family.
And if you can't see who the devil is, in 1990,
Wake us up. Wake us up.
if you can't see what the devil is doing all over the world today to people, our people, people of color, then you're blind, brother.
That's right.
And the Quran says you're blind.
That's crazy that that's still happening. Oh, yeah. Not as bad, but still bad, but that's crazy. Police brutality. Deaf, blind, so they will
How
know.
are they deaf? Because regardless of how many times Malcolm X jumps up and down, or Noble Drew Ali jumps up and down, or Clarence 13X jumps up and down, or Minister Louis Farrakhan jumps up and down, or Yahweh Ben Yahweh jumps up and down, regardless of how many times black people jump up and down to make you see the white man don't love you. The white man loves his dog more than he loves you.
Bring it out, bro.
Are worshiping the white man.
Come on, that's right. Come on with it.
You flying over to Saudi Arabia to run around the Kaaba and kiss a black stone and worship it and shake hands with a bunch of pale Arabs. Right. And they call Minister Louis Farrakhan over there. Go ahead, you beg to go. And they invite him over. They pay all the Sunni Muslims in America, smiling and shining. There's no racism in Islam.
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the messenger of Allah for the Europeans, for the Americans.
Out of all the brothers in the United States, the Saudi Arabians invite Minister Louis Farrakhan, knowing he's teaching from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, knowing that he taught that the white man is the devil and Mr. Worthy Muhammad. You cannot reform the devil.
So I asked, who is he? I asked, you know, where is he from? And he mentioned to me that they had classes in Brixton. And I asked him if he could give me more information. He said that he knows a brother that goes to the classes. So I invited them all down to my place to teach me some more about Wu-Sabat and about the master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, and that was me hooked.
Why were I having those dreams before I got the understanding that I learned from reading scrolls? Now, pay attention to this answer. Any man you meet that you walk up to and tells you why you're having dreams about what you're dreaming about, don't ever listen to them again. Because they're phony. The reason why you had dreams and what you felt was for you. If I would have walked in the dream with you, then you could have said, let me pop, let's discuss why this is happening here. Why am I seeing experiments? But if I'm not there, that is your message. That is your message from the Most High to you. And any man who comes along and tries to interpret stuff like why you saw this and why you saw that. And every time somebody asks me, I say the same thing. That was for you. If they wanted me in on it, they would have had me there with you. You know what I'm saying? And in time, because you're here now, you found your way here. Now, let the rest of it happen naturally. Don't wrestle with it.
My name's Luke. I'm a personal trainer. And I'm about to work with my client, do some boxing, some pad work. Okay,
In the Wu-Sabat lives, everybody talk about dreams, and it can be like, yeah, I can't tell you why that happened or what it meant. This for you. And that's the video. That's what we're saying. You always say that.
Stay fit.
But it's like, I want to know, like, what do my dreams mean? Like, what the world? I gotta figure out myself. Alright, what we got going on now? These are all in, like, where we at? 16?
Cardiovascular is working. Keeping fit is very important to the human health. It's a lifestyle changer.
We're here.
Fitness.
Palace, doing
I gotta get into fitness more.
Sponsored walk for the master teachers, legal. As you can see, yeah, today's, yeah, there you go. Show them. Free Dr. York.
Who's here today? We're going to sponsor a walk in aid of raising money for Dr. Malachi's New York's legal team. I'm going to keep going until Babylon is free. And I've got my t-shirt on today. I'll show you the t-shirt. Free Dr. York. He's innocent. We all know he's innocent, and we're going to bring our master teacher, our reformer, our avatar. We're bringing him home.
Moisia is here to do the walk today in order to raise funds for our master teacher, Dr. Malachi from New York, partner Babiano.
Wu-Sabat, the master teacher, His Excellency, partner Babiano, affectionately known as partner Babiano, Baba Yanan, His Excellency Dr. Malachi ZK Okran, 33 degrees, over 720 degrees. Doing this sponsor walk here today at Crystal Palace, with the funds going towards his legal attorney fees.
My question is,
Sikin and the Puma sweatsuit, tracksuit.
And Anusin and Lil rule over the skies, correct everything. My question is, the Inky send you redeeming himself by sending his son Murdoch, showing that he can do things as said to be done, or did Anu send you, my master teacher?
Anu sends Inky, and Anu sends me. Inky couldn't send me anywhere. Because though I am spiritually related to Inky as his son, you know, I reject everything Inky stands for because he opposed Anu. And it was a strong decision because I was conceived through a reptilian wife of Inky as a disagreeable, a warrior, a defender. And I had to change my whole genetic structure recalibrated so that I could work on behalf of Anu, but act as a defender of the innocent at the same time. So I had to be given the ability to kill when killing is not in the Anunnaki's nature. Thus it was necessary to be born to Eve, who was a reptilian, that I'd have a reptilian mentality as well as an Anunnaki's mentality as far as agreeable, Yah, and disagreeable, way. I had to have both of those attributes because this is what you have. You have.
Well, I did not know that. Yahweh, agreeable and disagreeable. Yah, agreeable, way, disagreeable. Bro, I still didn't get the part where he like came from and stuff like that. But I don't want to replay it. I'll replay it myself.
I have both of those attributes because this is what you have. You have both an agreeable nature and a
Anu
disagreeable nature
sitting.
sitting in this room. And I don't mean there are some agreeable people and some disagreeable people. Everybody sitting in this room has agreeable in them and disagreeable. Everybody in there has a little devil in them, and everybody in there has a little God in them. In order for the being to come to you, to raise you up, they've got to have the kind of nature you have, so that you can't trick them, because you're very good at it.
Wu-Sabat, it's basically information on another level where we actually teach on basically every topic. It's like a university.
And when, check this, and when the woman saw that the tree, so now eyes open, now she see, that the tree was good for food, it was edible. Nowhere in here does it say apple. There's no apple in here. Somebody stuck apple in there. In Sunday school, apple got in here. Apples are not that old. There's over 1,000 species of apples. What kind of apple was it? Was it a Mac? Yes. But if you ask that question in church, the reverend will get mad at you.
That is so true. That is, you cannot question nothing that's in that Bible to Christians. They're gonna look at you like, how dare you? And you're gonna be like, what? Just asking a question. It's terrible, bro.
The Sunday school teacher reported to your grandmother, because your grandmother's the one that whipped your ass about church. Your mother just said, stop acting up. But grandma said, come here.
Come here, son. Dang, he look funny. Wow. Sakin was right.
You know that switch I'm talking about, that singing switch. You hear me? Just because something inside of me, something says, Ma, you know, well, if Adam and Eve were the only people on the planet and had 2 sons, Cain and Abel, where did they get their wives from? What? You little heathen?
Nah, stop.
That's where it started. That's where the block got placed in. So when I start talking about you, you start going, ouch. Even you grown, you still get that sound. Your mind is conditioned not to question this book. So you start saying, that man crazy. No, this man got beat so many times that his grandmother's arm got tired. And then she said, what do you want to know, boy? I said, I don't know. After 15,000 beatings and 250,000 whips, I said, that's all I want to know, Grandma, is that you don't know and Reverend Porkchop don't know either.
Reverend, whoa, Reverend Pork Chops.
And Reverend Porkchop don't know either. That's all I want to know.
Dang, he was really funny.
Somebody know. I don't want to, you know, who are the people in the land of Nod? Where
Well,
did
he
they come
is.
from?
Not like he's
The
gone
Bible
yet.
says Cain left the garden and went to the land of Nod, and nobody was going to plant with Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. So if you go to the land of Nod, nobody was there.
Wait, what?
Is it me? Is it only me? I mean, am I crazy because I see things like this? Well, if I see things like this, and God has provided me with an audience of millions of listeners, then God must want me to talk to you. He must want you to hear this now. It must be time to hear it. Because people are coming to Nuwauh from all walks of life. We got people in Russia, all in Malaysia. In Nigeria, there's a conflict going on because our people are spreading it over there and the Muslims are getting mad. All out in Ghana, South Africa, all the way over to Japan even. They're asking, will you put the books in Japanese? I said, if I could, I would. But I can't, so I shan't.
Wait, will you put what in Japanese?
They're asking, will you put the books in Japanese? I said, if I could, I would. But I can't, so I shan't. who was Cain afraid of killing him? When he told God, you know, the burden you put upon me for killing my brother is too great. Anyone who catches me is going to kill me. Anyone who came, nobody's on the planet except you, your father, your brother. Well, you killed your brother. He wasn't there no more. So just your mother and father and you. Who was he afraid was going to kill him?
Father.
And this opens the can of beans to the reality that the planet had people on it before Adam and Eve. Now, archaeologists and paleontologists all recognize that. But Reverend can't teach you that. Because he'd have to give up that cap. Because he cannot explain who these people are. But we talked about a part of the Bible here in Genesis where it says, and the gold of that land is good. And it takes thousands of years for gold to process it, not even more than thousands of years. For coal and earth to crush down and become diamonds. But the Bible talks about the diamonds of God. It talks about gold in Genesis. But the Christians will tell you that the Bible is not more than 6,000 years old. Stretching it in Islam to 10. But it takes millions of years for Mother Nature to make gold. So how is it in Genesis that the gold of the land of Ethiopia is good and man wasn't even on a planet a hot week in Genesis?
Not a hot week.
It must have existed millions of years before Adam and Eve in order for God to say the gold of that land is good. There must have been people on the planet Earth in order for Cain to find himself a wife. There must have been evil people before Adam and Eve and the serpent if Cain was afraid of somebody killing him who God didn't know. God's information was limited. God didn't even know those people. The Bible says there were giants in Genesis chapter 6. There were giants in the earth in those days. Who created the giants? Because if Adam and Eve were not the giants, and they were created in the image and after the likeness of God, then the giants were bigger than God. That means the giants was Allahu Akbar, not God. Right?